Don't even bother with any other sleep buds. Seriously, apologies in advance because I'm about to wreck your Instagram and TikTok algorithms. If you hadn't heard about sleep buds before, you're about to hear about them non-stop for at least a week in your feed. That's right, sleep buds. Little earbuds you can wear while you sleep. These seem like an obvious idea now, but the truth is nobody had really done these before until recently. And part of the reason why is getting these right is way harder than you'd think. See, before Bose came out with its sleep buds and then abandoned them entirely, folks didn't know how much they actually wanted these things. I know I didn't know how much I needed these things. To the point that I almost bought some off of Instagram because the ads made them seem so awesome. Until I started reading reviews. And then I got a little worried. I got especially worried when I couldn't find an independent editorial review that I could trust. So when Anchor offered to send me its Soundcore A30 sleep buds, I jumped at the chance to review them because, folks, I actually do need these, and you may not realize it, but there's a good chance that you do too. If you sleep with someone who snores, if you have trouble sleeping in a big city, whether you live in one or visit one often while traveling for work, if you just want to be able to take a nap while others in the home do their thing, or maybe you have roommates who don't exactly keep the same schedule as you, forget earplugs. Sleep buds are where it's at, and I'm about to tell you why these are the ones you should buy. Welcome back to CalebRated, everyone. I'm Caleb, and these are the Soundcore A30 sleep buds. So what makes a sleep bud different than other earbuds? Well, to start, you need to be able to lay your head down on a pillow without any discomfort from wearing these. So they need to be shallow, no protruding beyond the outer ear surface. Second, they need to stay put. That's what these fins are for. Even if they don't sit proud, like out of your ears, you can still jostle them loose. Ever notice your earbuds like unseal when you're chewing or talking? Well, you actually move your jaw around a lot when you sleep too, plus the tossing and the turning. So you need your buds to stay put. That way, A, you don't end up hearing all the noise around you while you're sleeping, and B, you don't have to go hunting for a tiny lost earbud in the morning. Next, they really need to have active noise canceling. And while that may seem obvious, it's actually one of the most difficult parts of engineering a sleep bud needs. If you've ever tried lying down or just cupping your hand over your ear while wearing other ANC earbuds, including the original AirPods Pro, the second and third gen don't do this, but you get this squeal of feedback, and it's not very pleasant. It is certainly not conducive to sleeping. So getting noise canceling to work without feedback while also being effective is really hard. Next, you might as well have some sensors, right? The A30 can sense when you have fallen asleep and pause the music or sleep sounds or podcasts, whatever you're listening to. Pause that in order to save battery life. It actually disables the Bluetooth. Speaking of battery, they need to last all night, obviously, so at least 8 hours, I guess. Longer would be better. And these do that, and then some. You'll get about 5 nights of usage before you have to charge the case, and they'll last you all night. You know what won't last you all night, though? This mid-roll ad. All right, for everyone except those of you on YouTube Premium, we're back. Now, it's time to talk about the sensors in these earbuds, which will help track your sleep so you can get a sleep report in the morning. This is actually way more helpful than I expected it would be for understanding how well you're sleeping, why you might feel like crap in the AM even though you were unconscious, more or less, for 7 hours, that sort of thing. It will also let you know when you were snoring. So the data you can get from these is pretty awesome and insightful, and honestly, I've been finding it kind of fun. Another standout feature that I think is important for sleep buds is to be able to work well without a phone connection. The Soundcore A30 Sleep can actually store sleep sound loops internally in the buds, so you can fall asleep with sounds that actively help you fall asleep, no phone or tablet or PC needed. You can choose from a wide array of sounds, Anchor has collected and made available all these sounds designed to sync with your biorhythms using binaural beats, they say, to help you get to sleep and stay asleep during that critical first stage of sleep. And then, maybe this isn't a must-have, but it's a big bonus if they actually sound good. I like to watch TV with the A30 sleep buds, and sometimes I'll jam to a little music when I first wake up to get going. Music should sound good, and it does on the A30. They sound great, which isn't really a shock to me. Anchor has been putting out great sounding earbuds for a while now, and these draw on all of that engineering and sound tuning expertise that's been going into the Soundcore line for a minute now. I do have one minor complaint, and honestly, y'all might think this is stupid, but it's actually something that makes me feel stupid every time I use these earbuds, or finish using them anyway. Putting them back in the case is just not intuitive for me. See, when I pull them out of my ears, this is how they are oriented. They don't naturally go in the case this way, at least not from my perspective. I gotta flip them around, but make sure they go down contact side first, and I'm sure there's a reason it's done this way. I just don't like it. Also, perhaps it's done for battery capacity, but this case, it's a little large, don't you think? I mean, it only needs to be small enough to fit in a backpack or a shaving kit or carry-on luggage, and it does that. But otherwise, why so big? I will say though, I like how secure the case is. I like how secure the buds are in the case. And reading the battery capacity is super easy. So those are bonuses. As for the app that you use to set these up and control them, it's fine. It's not gonna win any awards, but it is totally usable. More settings than you would expect await you here, so you can really dial in your experience. Now, how well do they perform? How well do they keep you asleep, right? Well, I already told you they sound great, so check there. The comfort? No joke, I love it. They fit perfectly for me. Now, that's gonna be subjective, right? I think there may be some folks with very small ear openings who might find these are still a bit too large, but I think the vast majority of you will find them small enough to be exceptionally comfortable. Soft silicone ear tips, ear fins, the whole exterior is soft, actually. They don't feel like cold plastic. They are kind of snuggly the moment you put them in. As for battery life, it's just right. They'll last all night, and you'll get 5 nights of use before you need to recharge the case. That's great for me. The seal from the ear tip and the resulting passive noise isolation is great. So even if the battery is dead, they work as well, if not better, than those foam earplugs you use. And when they are powered on and running ANC, well, they do their job really well. Are they gonna offer that eerily empty silence that the AirPods Pro do? No, but they do knock down snoring, car horns, sirens, slamming garbage cans, slamming doors in a hotel, and annoying neighbors just fine. And I would know because I deal with all of that on an almost daily basis. Some of it when I'm at home, some of it when I'm in Manhattan, which these days is pretty often. And at least one of those issues just about anywhere else I need to sleep. You know what? I even used them when I was camping a couple of weeks ago, and not only did the 3-stage snore masking system work to keep my buddies from keeping me up all night, for once, the birds in the morning didn't wake me up at the butt crack of dawn. It was great. I mean, I wouldn't have heard a bear or a cougar sneaking up on my tent until it was too late, but you know what? If I'm gonna get mauled in my tent, I'd just as soon not hear it coming. Might as well be a surprise. Probably goes faster that way. Too dark? Sorry, let me get back on track. Look, to be completely transparent, I haven't tried all those Instagram competitors myself. I don't love what I see from certain user reviews, but I can't take that as gospel. I really do need to try them to make a comparison, and I can't offer you that in this review. If enough of you ask for it, I'll pull as many of them in as I can and do like a rapid fire comparison here. But you know what? I'm not really concerned about how good those other brands are because I trust Soundcore products. I think these are priced right. I mean, I don't really need to look elsewhere. The fact is, I love the Soundcore A30 sleep buds. I basically don't ever want to be without them when I'm going to bed. And I think that's about the best endorsement I can give them. I highly suggest you pick them up, and if you do decide to buy them, consider using my link down in the description to help support the channel. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. What did you think of this review? And are there other sleep buds that you do want me to check out? Let me know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hype this video. That's the new thing the kids are doing, right? I really appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one, and until then, take care. I just don't like it. Why so big?